I just walked in on.
What's good with you, Dre? What's popping?
You know, Migs
It's
always
good.
fucking misinterpreting what I say. Nigga, I said, damn, the Mavericks beat my Wolves. Niggas say, damn, who beat your Wolves? I was like,
You said someone beat my walls, nigga.
yeah, he always
You gotta start
misinterpreting.
pronunciating your V's a little bit of
I'm
wolves.
sorry, man. I just, you know, I thought I can be regular here, you know, use my slang.
Nah, you're not.
Nah, I'm not.
Montel,
I'm not gonna
Montel,
lie.
I heard you say Dallas.
I said Dallas beat my Wolves. He's like, yo, who beat your Wolves? I'm like,
Yo, what did Dallas do to you?
yeah, who's that white boy? That's a white boy name.
Oh shit! And you let a white boy beat your wolves? Damn.
Hey, yo,
What the fuck?
That's what is
Let's get a little-
happening here.
a little
You know,
graphic
it's
up on here.
normally I would say this is not banter that would fit with this episode. However, this is on par with what we're going to talk about tonight.
Kinda.
What, Wolves getting beat up?
Oh, if that's your flavor,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, ass walls getting beat up by a white boy.
Hey, yo, collapsing within itself. Wow.
Hey, where did that come from? Collapsing? Shit.
You ever hear a motherfucker tell you, right, that you're really gay? You have
Someone trying to convince
thoughts
me
and
that I'm-
tendencies of
trying
wanting
to
to
convince
be
me
with
that I
a
was
man, and you can be with him, but he's not gay. He is the straightest heterosexual ever.
He's the gayest straight man ever.
What?
No. He's the straightest man in the world. He's the straightest man ever.
What the fuck? I don't know.
That's a wizard. That motherfucker's doing. That's wizardry, nigga. Like, I don't know what he doing.
No, it's faggotry.
This faggot.
Bigotry and treason.
Yo.
That's crazy. Well, he really did this. He really convinced people that they were gay, so he could pipe them, and then he say, "I'm not gay. You're gay."
On top of that,
no Diddy.
On
That's
top of that, he was fucking their wives.
Isn't that like some jail mindset? Like that's what they do to you in jail. Like, oh yeah, I get it, but I'm not gay.
Yes, it's all about control
Type.
and dominance.
That's crazy. I ain't never trying to be that nigga friend ever.
How you ever gonna try to rebel on him if he got your booty hole?
What? Nigga, first of all, you ain't never getting my booty hole, and in some way you did, and I don't know how, but you did. I'm for the rest of my life. I'm gonna
You
get
know
revenge.
how. You know how.
You better take
gotta
that up with
kill him.
Dallas.
You gotta kill him.
Look at the Dallas Mavericks, nigga.
Wait, you had the whole team on you? Oh
God
no!
damn, that's a team of 15. I ain't with it.
And you kept count. You would keep
Yeah,
score.
Most
He
teams
has
are
a thing
15,
for white boys.
13
First Dallas, now Maverick.
13 active, and there's two that's inactive. Bro, I know basketball, buddy.
So,
Buddy.
yeah, you on the bench, nigga, because you sound inactive right now.
I'm the water boy. Don't ever.
Hey,
Bobby Boucher.
Flavor Aid. H2O. Flavor Aid.
wow.
You drinking the wrong stuff.
It's really cyanide.
Cyanide.
Yeah, and it was purple. The you know what I mean? The best flavor to freaking catch people off guard.
Don't ever
Why
disrespect.
would you do that to the grape though? Why
The
would you do
red
that to
one, the flavor red is the best one.
Nah.
Red one. And I know it's cherry, but I'm gonna say red because that's how we say it. It's the red.
The purple is
The
the best
purple
one.
is the second runner up, bro.
Nah, wow, that purple stuff was number one.
Because they could have went 17 years without purple. You and I gave a fuck about that shit.
Bro, purple was like one of the first flavors.
Red was number one, pa.
Purple is the flavor.
Yeah, but why he really used grape though, or that's just what you use it for the picture?
Nah, he used that purple drink.
That purple stuff.
That same one that's right there. That's what he used.
Flavor.
So he was trying to like drag in the Puerto Ricans and the blacks.
He definitely did.
Bro, he did do that.
That's what he did. Because I saw some
But
pictures.
not with the Kool-Aid, you racist motherfucker.
That's what I was trying to say, because you gonna catch me with that shit. I'm
Nah,
like,
Kool-Aid came after just because it was a,
shit.
and that's why it's
40,000?
off-brand Kool-Aid, because it was cheaper.
Man, we take EBT.
Nah, no EBT.
Man, bro.
Food Bank-E.
With all that being said, you think this guy's a mastermind, an evil mastermind?
Look, there's one undeniable thing, and you'll see throughout this episode. He was a very hardworking, charismatic man who just so happened to start a cult and kill 900 people.
Tonight, he's charismatic. He was getting a booty hose.
Listen. He was getting more than just booty holes.
Okay.
Way more than booty holes. He was fucking a whole community. But we're going to get to it because tonight we're talking the infamous Jim Jones and the People's Temple.
The real Jim
also known as Jonestown. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to
BreakRoom, yo.
Your favorite rapper's favorite podcast.
See, this is why I like your show. You're very charismatic. You know the right things to say.
Welcome to the Break Room, the podcast where the great drink is always flowing. How's everybody doing tonight?
Got that flavor, pa?
That flavor rate is banging right about now.
Yeah. Like you about to get that assisted death. Assisted killing.
But we'll see what happens after tonight. I got a whole box behind me, so we'll see what happens.
Mix it with that dizzle.
With shizzle.
The Dizzle mixes well with everything. But I don't think we want Dizzle associated with Flavor Aid.
No.
Not for this episode, we don't.
Yeah, for the juice you drink.
See that.
You ever heard of the term "don't drink the Kool-Aid"?
Yeah, I've heard that plenty of times.
Yeah,
That's this is why.
that's crazy. That's where that comes from.
That's where it comes from for real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's where that saying comes from.
Oh, that's crazy. Ain't drinking nobody Kool-Aid no more.
But it's like a double entendre because it means not only that, it just means don't buy into people's shit also.
Right.
Yeah.
And these people probably, and it's crazy because I have to stop myself from saying that because most of these motherfuckers wanted to do it.
What you mean?
Which is so. A lot of people categorize what happened in Jonestown as a mass murder and not a mass suicide because he basically manipulated and probed them into doing it gradually through the years. Right. Sort of like Charles Manson. However, I would beg to differ just a little bit because there were people that defected and didn't want any part in any of this. Like his wife, and if you listen to the tapes, his wife is in the background while they're trying to poison the children. And
why the fuck you want to poison children for though?
Bro, it's the everybody got to go mentality. Because what's gonna happen? with the
So
children.
they can start over and do it over to another 900 fucking people.
Who that? Chase.
Good.
What's good, Chase?
That's a bit. So you think that he was just trying to like depopulate so that he could repopulate again? His little cult, try to get away
Nah.
with it, do it again.
Nah. He definitely wasn't trying that because they had mad abortions in that place because of regular abortions. Anyway, we talking about Jim Jones tonight, just in case people are trying to follow. Jim Jones,
A cult leader.
Nah, from Diplomats.
Not from the.
no, but I'm pretty sure that's where he gets his name from.
No, I'm pretty sure isn't Jim Jones the rapper real name? Like, what's his real name? Joseph Jones or something like that.
Huey Crickets. Fucking.
Let's see.
Joseph Jones.
Hell
I
no.
wonder why he
His
picked that
name
name.
is Joseph Guillermo Jones the third.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Nigga said Gillette. What?
Gilmero.
Yeah, he better off with Jim Jones. That's just,
Yeah, but his name technically is Joe Jones. If you want to really
yeah.
get technical, people don't really use Jim for Joseph.
You think he used that title?
Jim is usually reserved for the name James.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's a play on words for Jim Jones because it's just like Rick Ross. Rick Ross, his name is not Rick Ross. He's named after Freeway Rick Ross, the fucking drug dealer.
Yeah. But do you think that Jim Jones, the rapper, he used that name because it's sounds better, or he was
It
trying
sounds
to,
better.
or he was trying to like implement some guy that has that type of.
I think it's a little bit of both, bro.
You think
Yeah,
he used to
probably.
like, oh, I can manipulate you with my music type shit.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid is.
Now, if you think about it, your name is Jim Jones, right? And your following, therefore, is your cult.
Yeah, kind of me.
AKA the Diplomat.
Harlem, all they do is drink Kool-Aid. So.
He tried a couple times. Purple City Bird Gang, Goonies. He
Right.
tried.
And it's funny how it's Purple City Bird Gang, purple,
Because it's the purple stuff.
that purple A.
Right. There's no
You know they be drinking
coincidences.
mad Kool-Aid up in Harlem. They love that.
You know,
shit.
that's fucked up. We was in the Bronx still drinking Mad Kool-Aid.
I
Hell
understand.
yeah.
Come on. Oh,
That drink.
anything that's fucked up in the Bronx, we blame it on Harlem. They're the closest. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about Jim Jones, the occult leader.
Not a cult. The cult leader.
The cult leader. Okay. And was that his full name, his real name, or his name was James?
Nah, it was James Warren Jones.
But people with names are also called Jim. So he
I'm pretty sure
No?
we have up on this show. There's a couple motherfuckers named Warren that done kill some people. That name Warren is sticking to a lot of killers.
I got to go back and see. Maybe one or two.
That
Was
name
it?
keep coming up?
I don't know. Warren. I don't know. I got to look back. Because at first I was going to say, wasn't the motherfucker that made hamburgers and sold them on the side of the road of his victims? Was his name Warren? But I don't think it was.
That motherfucker.
Oh, you wasn't with us when we did that episode, were you?
No. But I seen it. Seen a lot of
Joe Metheny, I think his name was.
horrible names.
Fucking bananas. But I think this is the first time we're doing a cult, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you never
Like
did Charles Manson?
Nah, we've mentioned cults before. Like we've mentioned Nexium and shit like that, but we've never really done an episode on a cult before.
This
And what a way to start it off.
How about like that Amish cult they made a movie into? They made a movie and then they made a remake of the movie as well. But the Amish cult where the guy was like, he would just have all these wives and then he would groom them from 14 and have children with them, and then he would he would have kids with his freaking children's children, and then they found him, and then they took all the kids, but I don't know, I can't explain it, but I seen a movie like that. It's crazy. I forgot the name of it. It's a
You
real
got a
story.
weird taste in movies.
Bro, it just popped up, bro. What you mean? I was looking for it. I was like, yo, this motherfucker crazy.
Nah, that shit is wild. And I think I heard of some shit like that
They
before.
called ACS on them. When they got there, they took all the kids and the wives were crying and shit. It was crazy, bro. When I figured it out, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
The daughter wives?
Basically, daughter wives, and then he'll have a list of wives. Like he have his top 10 wives. Like his number one wife is his number one sleeps with him. His number 2 gets to come into the room, and then he had different rules for each wife. They couldn't look at men, and then when they took the babies away from the wives just didn't know nothing because they basically was born there and grown in that fucking cult. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They had an old movie like in the 80s, and then they remade one in the 2000s.
Well, this didn't get that far, thankfully.
Yeah.
Now, James Warren, also known as Jim Jones, was the American founder of the People's Temple Group, which became synonymous with group suicide after the November 18th, 1978 mass suicide by poison in their isolated agricultural intentional community called Jamestown. Located in the country of Guyana, Jones was found dead from a gunshot wound to the head among the 909 corpses there. Some say it was suicide, but I don't know. I don't know if it was
His suicide or
his suicide.
let's say you think someone just found all those dead people and got mad. It was just like, yo, we ended his shit.
Nah, because it definitely happened because it happened on the tape. But
How about
I don't.
wasn't there a tape?
Yeah, there's a
Someone
tape.
had to have noticed that.
It's not a videotape. It's just a recording, though. Just audio recording.
They got some video of it.
They found his body, though? They found his body?
Yeah, with a gunshot wound.
Okay.
Yeah, he got put down.
Definitely didn't.
That's
Who
cool.
the fuck was that?
909 plus him. That's 900.
I have no idea. All I heard was he definitely some shit, and then that's it.
That was Migs.
I said he definitely got put down.
No,
That was not you, motherfucker. And if that was you, you pitched you nothing, something. Right.
That sounded like I thought it was a woman voice.
Right. That's what it sounded like.
That's why he immediately muted it.
Yeah,
No, because I'm also outside, so me and my girl are both outside.
Okay. That's what you had to say. Don't lie.
Well, I also got to say it at the right time so that voices are not overlapping. So
I know. I just don't want you to mess things up because I said Mavericks and Wolves, and you got Wolves out of that. So
Yo, Dollar was cracking.
came out of you. It came out of you. I didn't say anything about it.
Let me get $1.
My
Yeah.
Let me get $1.
What's poppin', Dollar?
Let me get $1.
oh man.
He made a living off asking people for $1, but he really didn't ask for it. They just gave it to him.
Well, how
because
he
was
started
so
this? Do you have
charismatic? Nah, he does, because as a child, I do have it, yes.
You have his backstory? Yeah, that's what
I do. He developed an affinity from a young age for Pentecostalism and a desire to preach. He was ordained as a Christian minister in the Independent Assemblies of God, attracting his first group of followers while participating in the Pentecostal latter rain movement and the healing revival during the 1950s. But they said when he was young, real young, like 9, 10, he would gather all the dead animals from around town and would have funerals and sermons for these animals with people he would seemingly force to be there. Younger kids more often than not.
That's fucking that's wild, bro.
Because if he had some grown-ups there attending that, motherfucker had some riz. like the young kids say now, had that gift of gab because how you got a whole adult just sitting there and say yes, dead animal. That'll be crazy.
Nah, he did.
So he basically really has some Jeffrey Dahmer's type shit going on.
I wouldn't say Jeffrey Dahmer because
Jeffrey Dahmer
Dahmer.
was obsessed with killing animals and dead animals. He said he had a
Yeah, but
obsession
most serial killers would kill the
animals
animals
when they're
when they
young.
were young. Yep. But they didn't say he killed the animals. They really didn't have evidence to say that he killed the animals. But he would find these animals throughout town. He would get roadkill, everything.
Filed some of them, but he had to kill some of them.
Oh,
And
he
if
kept
not-
like a collection of dead animals, bro.
If he had a collection of dead animals, that means he was just smarter than the serial killer. He was just like, I'm gonna just skip one step. I'm gonna let them do the killing, and then I'm over here play with the dead bodies, fiddle faddle with the. With he probably was into that. What's that shit called? Necrophiliac.
Do you think he was fucking the dead animals?
He was
He
a
probably
mixture.
tried.
He was a mixture of bestiality and necrophilia.
He probably tried once.
Yeah, probably did.
He later on in life he did have what you can call a sexual fucking urge. Because like I told you, he was fucking everybody. For everything, for other people's wives, for man's booty hole. He was.
God
damn, he had more than one Kool-Aid.
I'm about to say fucking other people's wives is kind of normal.
Yeah, but
booty hole.
They know that he was fucking them because he basically had the god dick in the community.
It was like his
sleeping with him was like sleeping with God. It was an honor.
Yeah,
where do you get that piece of info that he had some god dick? Like
that was wild, right?
That's
crazy.
So that means he must have fucked all of his followers. They're like, yo, we like him. He got that god.
He did. He fucked all the followers, and he fucked the
all of them. Not all of them.
And if you had a pet fucking dog, he fucking the dog too. You fucking everything.
Making the dog watch.
Making the dogs. Wow, that's funny.
I can guarantee you. It wasn't a dog, but it was definitely a monkey.
I guarantee you, it was definitely a dog too.
It wasn't a dog. It was a chimpanzee because he had one.
Was he into eating monkey brain and shit, thinking that was gonna give him some sort of?
The funny thing about him having a chimpanzee later on in Jamestown is that this motherfucker early on, right now, when we're talking about him, would go just to. Once he figured out what he wanted to do, right? Let me not jump too far ahead. Where the fuck did I go? His pops, right? His pops was a Nazi. He was in the Klan and shit.
Wait. He was a Nazi or he was in the Klan?
So it's the same shit.
Or he was just fucking racist?
He was in the Klan.
All three. He was a Nazi in the Klan and he was racist.
All the above.
I don't think I ever met a Klan member.
All the above.
You said you don't think you ever met one? Well, they probably wouldn't tell you.
I'm a Nazi, but I'm pro-race. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. I know they won't tell you they pussy.
Yeah, that's exactly why they wear a mask.
Bastards.
Wait, who's wearing a mask?
The Klan.
Klan members?
They're wearing fucking pillowcases.
He's still on the Wolves thing. He's still lost in it.
Just a broken T-shirt over their head.
No, I think they got sophisticated with it. They had some weird etiquette. Motherfuckers was getting jerseys with their name on the back with numbers and shit. So he started off with having these little ceremonies with fucking dead animals on little.
Well, that's when he noticed more on that he wanted to, be that type of person, like a preacher, a person of the people.
Come on.
Nah, he just used dead animals.
And none of his parents never realized this. Obviously, they didn't notice.
It wasn't in the 50s he was born. When he was born, so he was born in the 30s. So we're talking about maybe late 30s, this was happening. They don't give a fuck, bro. They spit them out and then they walk and smoke cigarettes and shit.
Yeah.
That's what babies were
Dad
doing
is
that.
working in the coal mine all fucking day, basically.
Right. Mama's just smoking cigarettes and making pies in the kitchen. That's all she's doing.
Not knowing that her son put his dick in them pies.
That's
People that
crazy. They made a movie about that.
They sure did. They made a few fucking movies about that.
Yeah, but only
Maybe
one is
one-
good. Only
maybe one
but
too
I'll
many.
say two of them is good.
I think the first one was the best one. The second one was okay. It was reasonable. But the first one was the best one.
Yeah, that shit is wild, man.
This one time at band camp,
Mix comes on at the wrong time. He said, "That's wild." And he just
At
mutes his
Jim
mic. I'm
Jones'
just like,
camp.
he said it like if he's done it before. Like, why you
What,
like
son?
Cherry?
I didn't say shit like I've done anything.
nah, he's
What
definitely
are you talking about?
stuck a flute in his pussy before.
I thought
What
you
the
was gonna
fuck
say
did you
he
just
fucked the apple pie before. Or was it
He like
a
cherry
cherry pie?
pie,
Word?
pecan pie, butter pecan pie.
It was a
No, it
cherry
was
pie,
an
right?
apple pie. It was an
Nah,
apple
Nah,
pie.
it was
pie.
a cherry
No, I'm
pie.
The
I'm asking Mix,
traditional
which one-
It
American
was
pie.
all American. All American. That's what
Right,
American
right,
pie is.
right.
Which
Yeah,
one the
you right,
Mix
you right.
prefer?
It
Yo,
was.
leave my name out of it. I don't have nothing to do with that pie right now.
I want the heavy crust pie.
This motherfucker was fucking everybody's booty pies.
Ooh.
All right, where the fuck were we?
It was at the
His early religious. So the old lady, because he used to go around town doing that shit. So the old ladies used to be like, let's just take this little nigga to church. Let's bring him to church with us. So that's where his affinity for church came from. Is the town. There was a lot of different religions at the time there. So he would go and seek out whichever religion he wanted at the time, and he would go in there and learn from them. It says here's early religious and political influences. Myrtle Kennedy, the wife of Nazarene Church's pastor, developed a special attachment to Jones. She gave Jones a Bible and encouraged him to study it, teaching him to follow the holiness code of the Nazarene Church. As Jones grew older, he attended services at most of the churches in Lynn, often going to multiple churches each week, and he was baptized in several of them. Jones developed a desire to become a preacher as a child, and he began to practice preaching in private. His mother claimed that she was disturbed when she caught him imitating the pastor of the local apostolic Pentecostal church, and she unsuccessfully attempted to prevent him from attending the church's services. Although they had sympathy for Jones because of his poor circumstances, his neighbors reported that he was an unusual child who was obsessed with religion and death. Jones regularly visited a casket manufacturer in Lynn and held mock funerals for roadkill that he collected. One neighbor
said mock funerals. That's
mock
crazy.
funerals. Yeah, that's what I was just telling you. He did.
Roadkill.
Yeah, roadkill and dead animals that he would find around the neighborhood,
That shit probably stink.
Wow.
like a motherfucker.
Horribly.
Because he's definitely ain't embalming shit.
Man, I used to work in the highway patrol, and I had to pick up dead coyotes and dead turkeys. It's horrible, bro. It's just,
Dead turkeys.
That
That's
turkeys is crazy.
yeah, bro. I saw a dead turkey, almost a 50-pound turkey out there, just dead as fuck. And I had to pick it up in the pickup truck.
What's
Picked
dead
it
as
up and
fuck?
put it back in the back of the trunk and
Dead.
ate that
Yeah.
shit for Thanksgiving.
No, nigga, bro. One time I had a truck, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Me and Corey did it together. Me and Corey worked it. This is where I met Corey at. Bro, we had a pickup truck full of dead birds, cranes, freaking mad dead animals, bro. And we just
Cranes,
dead cranes, everything. Alligators. We found a nine.
Did somebody hit a Tonka truck?
Huh?
That's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, people.
Did somebody hit a Tonka truck?
Yeah, or it'll fly into the window. They'll fly into the window or get hit by a truck, whatever. Raccoons, all that. But the worst shit was a dead coyote. It was dead for 2 weeks, and then they told us 2 weeks later.
That's disgusting.
When we picked it up, that shit just turned into dust.
That coyote.
Yep, the coyote. It was huge, though. Fucking coyotes are huge. I think Corey still has a video of that shit. Woman was throwing up and shit. That's what I'm saying. That shit had to stink. That must have been the most horrible funeral ever. Drinking
He was probably nose blind to the situation. He did it so much.
Maybe he got aroused off that fucking bench. You never know. What you got, man? What you bought? What is that?
Aroused off dead coyote.
Yeah, there's people that like that shit.
Crunch wrap with the big cheese inside of it.
Hello.
With the what?
A humongous cheese inside of it.
A cheese?
You gotta pull that crunch wrap apart. I gotta see that cheese.
Nah, it's not they went to a couple of restaurants, so it's kind of infused inside the.
Oh, you made it.
Nah, I didn't make it.
No,
So
Taco
somebody
Bell-
else made it for you.
Taco Bell was the first
Taco
stop.
Bell makes it.
Taco Bell
Nah,
was the
I
first
thought you
stop.
said somebody infused it.
Where the fuck? No, it
The cheese is
it's
infused.
infused inside of it right now. I can't show it to you.
It's already melted.
Cheese sauce in a crunch wrap, so it's like there's no big cheeses anymore. It's all part of one big thing now.
A big cheese.
Yeah, but it's a huge.
I love these cheeses.
I will show you, sir.
Motherfucker always eating, man. The fuck
I know you're not talking, motherfucker.
Hey, listen, man. I do that on my own time. You hear me? Man? Nah, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really eat a lot, bro. I'm a cake person, bro. Like, I'll eat only dinner, but I'll eat cake. Fucking chips all day. That's my problem.
Nigga just eating cake all day?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you can give me fucking ring ding ding dongs, all that shit. I eat all that motherfucking shit.
Damn, just like how we use the term "don't drink the Kool-Aid," man. It's like fat kid love cake over here. Like
Yeah,
you
nigga,
really love cake. Oh man, name all the favorite snacks. The year 2000 snacks.
Man, the ding dongs is where it's at, though. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. No homo.
Hey, pause.
No, I said it first. Okay? But them shits right there, you gotta keep them away
right now, Dre.
Yo, it's funny too because you rarely find Twinkies around.
Now they got them over here though. OD.
You said rarely?
Yeah, I have.
So they got it two options. They got two options for it.
That's
the
I will
crunch
fuck that shit up.
or the tostada.
I will fuck that up, bro. I love cheese. That's crazy, bro.
Yo. Hey,
That's
I'm about to go to Taco Bell right now.
no lie, bro.
Is that part of their new cantina shit they got
my
going
mouth,
on?
my mouth just got
I don't
watery,
know.
bro.
That
That's
cantina shit is
crazy.
good too. The green sauce.
That green sauce is awesome, bro. I like the mild sauce though. I fuck up some mild sauce.
Yeah, the mild sauce is the best one, but I'll be fucking up some fire sauce too.
Yeah, I like the green sauce. I love that green sauce, man. I like the green sauce and the mild sauce. Those are the shit I eat for them. Because everything else will fuck my asshole up.
Oh, hey.
That shit right there, though. That's
Wait, so they have that tostada in the middle of the crunch wrap?
Yeah.
That's a cheese-it.
Wow, big ass cheese.
Big ass cheese-it. I'm fucking that shit up.
Where they even find cheeses like that?
They had to have a machine that was like, yo, we making a big one and we going.
It's official cheeses, so.
Yo, there's one right around the corner from me, y'all. You about to make me go check it out now.
I want to eat it right when it's done, though. I don't want that shit soggy. I want that crunch. I want that.
Right.
I don't want to go.
I'll get it again.
Because you over here drinking every fucking after every bite, you drinking some Kool-Aid. That shit looking like a whole soggy mess. You perfected the purity eating, have you?
It was just a big soft taco.
Yeah, you can fucking eat. I remember you didn't eat shit back then, bro. You didn't eat nothing. I was always eating. Oh, shit, they about to get their ass
on camera from Flavor Aid.
Yo, your asthma pump is up. Your asthma pump's on the back over there.
Wait, is that how you change voices? You cough into the next one?
Your asthma pump is behind you, my man.
Somebody gotta give him the Heimlich.
Fuck both of y'all. First of all, asthma pump ain't gonna get the fucking liquid from going the wrong way because that's what the fuck happened.
Yeah, but I was.
You were choking silently. How the hell were we supposed to know?
I just stressed maybe after the whole situation was over, you might need to ask.
Secondly, the Heimlich maneuver is not gonna fucking help the liquid to come back up.
Well, turning off the camera while you're choking ain't gonna tell us or help you out anyway, bro. You don't want choking off camera.
It might make you throw up or something.
You don't want people to see him in a fucking vulnerable position.
Or he probably started and turned the camera off at the right time.
Yeah, bucket.
I'll be farting on camera.
You bring that bucket to your brother's house?
The shit bucket?
You got your porta seat?
That's porta potty seat.
Burritos tacos.
Hey, that crab look crazy, Dre. That shit look crazy.
The taco?
Yeah, I'm about to just do some Uber Eats right now. Give me 2 of them bitches.
That shit, I don't think they got that out here. I ain't never seen that.
I ain't never seen that either. That's some Connecticut shit. I'm about
to go back next week. I'm about to see.
Nah, it was in Florida too, and that's when I missed it the first time.
Oh, it's like the McRib. That shit come and go.
Yeah.
Bro, I used to love the McRib when I was a kid. I had that shit like last year.
What?
And
the
I was
McRib.
I used to love the McRib when I was younger. I used to kill.
You a wild nigga, yo.
I had it last year.
I used to like that shit when I was younger too.
That's
I
crazy.
had it last year, and I was like, "This is the
What
most."
does it taste like,
bro?
You ever ate one of those TV dinners with the ribs in it?
Yeah, the Salisbury steak TV dinners.
Nah, that shit don't taste like Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Take off the Salisbury sauce and replace it with barbecue sauce. That same texture from the Salisbury steak. That's the texture that's in the McRib.
I think I might just wait.
I would never have a McRib ever again in my life.
I never had one, so I don't know.
Don't ever waste your time, man.
Nah, I won't eat it anymore.
I had it the last time.
First off, it's not the same.
This is the most soggiest shit I ever ate in my life.
Oh, that's probably, and it's really soft. Like it doesn't even taste like
that's what I'm saying.
Real
like
meat,
Salisbury
like
steak, but with barbecue sauce on it instead of Salisbury sauce.
And they give you the skinniest pickles in the world, lol. They give you like 2 of them, and you can see through it. Like they shave it.
I'm not really a fan of pickle on my sandwich. Like I like pickles on the side. I can't eat no pickle on the hamburger or nothing. It fuck up the whole shit to me.
Nah.
Because like pickle to me,
I gotta have pickles on my burger and on my chicken sandwich.
If
it's on the chicken sandwich, you need to give me extra pickles.
Bro,
yo, you know what?
The pickle
you gotta try.
Bro, I feel like I'm just eating a pickle burger. I don't want that. Pickle don't sit right with me, bro. I had to eat it alone. Like I just go into a pickle jar, grab a pickle,
whole,
eat it cold.
The whole one.
I've never ate a whole one in my life. Yeah.
Hey, yo, you know what you should try instead of like having slices of pickles or like bricks of pickles? You gotta try pickle salsa. Like if you ever go to Sprouts, they have something there called pickle de gallo, and it's really good.
Pickle de gallo?
Pickle de gallo,
like that because they be putting fucking cilantro in it.
I thought you were talking about pico de gallo. That's a whole different sauce.
Yeah, well, just like how there's pico de gallo, this is pickle de gallo. It's exactly
instead of tomato, it's with pickles.
Never ever will
more or less.
I fuck with relish though, like on my tuna sandwich. I can have that. That's good. All right,
You a weird motherfucker.
Let's get back on track, man.
Crazy.
We can't get back on track. Wait. We will get back on track in one
not
second.
Not right there. We got to go back to that.
You a weird motherfucker.
What?
You will not eat pickles on a sandwich, but you'll put relish on top of a fucking tuna sandwich?
Yeah, because tuna sandwich is different. It don't taste like chicken. It doesn't taste like a burger.
What?
And
so you a bread and butter pickle eater? Because them shits is disgusting. And that's all that relish is.
No, listen, bro.
They're sweet pickles.
relish don't taste like a pickle, bro, and it don't take up all the flavor of the sandwich, bro. It don't do the same thing as an actual slice of pickle. That shit bust in your mouth. Oh hell no.
Hell
I
no.
don't know about
Hell no. What you mean?
I don't know what kind of pickle
When
you
your
be
ass talking about extra pickles on the chicken sandwich, you's a dill pickle motherfucker.
What? Nobody said extra pickles on a chicken sandwich.
Jason did. See,
Oh.
Migs, man.
I don't give a fuck. Extra pickles, motherfucker.
Hey, you know,
And if I go to a deli and they got them kosher dills there, I need 2 of them bitches.
Bro,
I'll pay
never
extra.
eat that in front of me, bro. I swear to God, son. I seen people go in there and get the hot pickle. That
Nah, I
shit
don't
is
eat hot
disgusting.
pickles.
They open it, that shit is brolic. I'm like, yo, that look a lot like something else I know. And they bite
What's
right into
happening? Because do fucking Taco Bell use the Chinese MSG? Because all that shit did was make me hungry.
Is that why people say not to eat MSG?
Yeah. Yeah, you
For real?
don't remember back in the day you could get a whole big ass thing of Chinese food and eat the whole shit, still be hungry? Plus MSG sucks balls. It's bad for you.
That's what cakes having, because I could eat fucking 100,000 cakes and I still be like, I could eat another one.
Monosodium glutamate. All right, where were we? Oh, he was pouring shit. Whatever. We all were.
Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
What
Well,
a great discography.
Everything is soggy,
Jimmy
no
has.
one there. What was that?
I said Jimmy got a really good discography.
It's decent.
I think it's the best in Dipset.
Yeah, I was
I don't know. You gonna really turn this into a who's better in Dipset episode? Because
I'm just saying he got the best.
we might have to. We
First
might
of
have
all,
to
why
derail real quick.
Young Thug is called Young Thug and he was the oldest nigga in Dipset?
Wait, what?
What?
What was his name? Young Thug, right? Was it Dipset?
What?
Was
You
it
said
Young
Young
Thug?
Thug?
in Dipset?
I can't wait to make the fucking reel for this right here.
When was Young Thug?
Was in Dipset?
I thought Young Thug was in Dipset. What's that nigga?
How the hell did you think that?
Damn, bro, it's been a
Money.
while. I don't remember these niggas' names. I know only 2 motherfuckers, Jim Jones and Cameron.
Thug wasn't out in that time. I already had kids when Thugger came out.
What was the nigga's name that punched the motherfucker for 50? Other dude. He's on 50 side. He's not in Dipset.
Uncle Murda?
Man, it's not for me, man.
He wasn't in Dipset either.
That's what I just said, man. Copping out, bro.
I was just saying.
Alright.
I was just saying.
I'ma
Jimmy
tap
has
out
the
on this
best
one.
albums.
I'm gonna tap out right now. He's trying to think. Was it Young
Yeah.
Jock? No, Young Jock, no.
What?
Who's the
Wow. Where
who
you
was
get
the
Young Jock from?
motherfucker that he snuffed
Yo,
somebody?
take it. Take it, right? Take it. And then put it on a hook. And hang it up, bro. None of them motherfuckers was in Dipset.
None of them.
Damn,
Not even close.
that's so fucked up.
You
I was
know, before you asked
extremely
that question live, you could have just, I don't know, open up another page and
I
check.
was always a G in that guy.
All right, where the fuck were we?
Gorilla Unite.
Commenting on his childhood, Jones stated, "I was ready to kill by the end of the 3rd grade. I mean,
What?
I was so aggressive and hostile. I was ready to kill. Nobody gave me love, any understanding. In those days, parents were supposed to go with a child to school functions. There was some kind of school performance, and everybody's parent was there, but mine. I'm standing there, alone, always alone." Tim Reitenman, a journalist and biographer of Jones, wrote that Jones' attraction to religion was strongly influenced by his desire for family. Jones went to see the Kennedy film in 1942 when they spent the summer in Richmond, Indiana. They took part in services 4 times a week while attending a summer religious convention at a nearby Pentecostal church. When Jones returned to Lynn in the fall, he upset his neighborhood by explaining sexual reproduction in detail to young children. Jones's mother was argued to control his behavior. Was urged to control his behavior by many individuals in Lynn, but she refused. Many parents decided to keep their kids away from Jones as a result of the issue. He had established himself as an outcast among his friends by the time he had started high school and was progressively despised by the locals.
You're a fucking weirdo.
Right.
What you call Dare before the actual Dare program.
He's a heathen.
Fucking bigot.
At high school is the same shit because Jones continued to stand out from his peers. He went by the nickname Jimmy during his youth and almost always carried his Bible with him. Jones was a good student who enjoyed debating with his teachers. He also had the habit of refusing to respond to anyone who spoke to him first and only engaged in conversation when he started them. In contrast to his peers, Jones...
What?
That's crazy.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
So he would, if you came up to him, it was like, "Yo, Jimmy, this fucking party is going on tonight. What, you want to go over there? You want to hang out?" He wouldn't acknowledge you at all. Or Jimmy, what's the homework? Did you take notes? He wouldn't acknowledge you. But if he started that conversation, that's acceptable.
That's the only way
time he would engage.
That's because he only wants you at his party.
Yeah, he's the first Diddy.
I don't know about the first Diddy, but he was one of the Diddies of his times.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's kind of crazy, bro. Like, you know, I was kind of like that too, but not like to that depth.
I'm gonna start doing that shit at work.
Like, I didn't speak to you first. Like, I only start conversations.
I only speak when you're spoken to.
Yo, motherfucker had a crazy mindset.
Imagine telling the motherfucker that. I'd be like, "What? What?
You can't do that in New York, though.
Only
I talk to you, you walk away and you fighting.
What? Nah, you can't.
Like, I'll be like, yo, Jimmy, yo, bro, why you not listening? Yo, look at me when I fucking talk to you. It's over. I'll be fighting. I get something out of you.
Only speak to me when you're spoken to.
Yeah, treat him like a kicker.
He's a deviant.
Jones was known to dress in his Sunday church clothes every day of the week. His religious views, in some communities, can be labeled as a pimp and not a fucking weirdo.
He wore church clothes every day of the week?
He wore his Sunday church clothes every day of the week.
Was it the same one or was it different pairs?
It doesn't say.
I'm gonna just go with the same one.
Yeah, he had either the same one or he just kept rotating it somehow.
He probably had hella fits.
Nah, it was the 30s, so motherfucker had like
he had the chinchilla from
that looked the same and two pairs of pants that looked.
Probably had like 4 fits, 3 fits.
Yeah, the pink chinchilla he wore on Sundays.
Everything was the same color, so.
Nigga, it wasn't that long ago. It was the 30s. They had color.
They had color, but he only had the same color for everything.
He says, "No, we only have black and white,
right?
Or brown."
This is I Love Lucy. Everything's black and white.
Like they had blue shirts and red shirts.
I'm pretty sure he had a purple chinchilla.
Back then it was called Technicolor.
What was the fucking term? Always, was the term made back then too? The term always dress for the part you want and not for the job you have?
Probably. That probably could be.
Maybe or a little bit after.
We've been on the show 49 minutes and we haven't even seen how this motherfucker look. Can you throw a picture of him?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a picture and I'm also gonna fucking I'm gonna fast forward because if we've been on this motherfucker for almost an hour already, and we haven't even left his childhood, we in some fucking deep shit.
We could just do like in movies 5 years later. Just do that, nigga.
Right. Fast forward a little bit.
Just skip a couple parts.
Word.
So you want to see him with or without the glasses? That's the
Fuck
big.
him.
With both. 'Cause I feel like I saw a picture. He looked like a bootleg Hector Lavoe. What's his? Is he white? He's Spanish, right?
He's white.
Bro, that's the white Hector Lavoe, bro. Bro, put up a picture of Hector Lavoe with glasses right now. You find that?
Yeah, he could pass for Spanish a bit.
Yeah, because he had that crazy ass name. What was the middle name?
Damn. Good call.
That's crazy.
The same dress up.
That's
That
the
picture in the
same
bottom.
person. Yo,
But
I
at
would
the
have never
bottom,
knew.
that-
That's the
that
same
right-
person, yo.
That's the great value Hector Lavoe right there.
That's fucked up.
The store
Oh,
brand.
man.
That's my nigga, yo. He made the best music though.
Hell yeah.
Yo, but I was telling Jay earlier, yo, he was doing preachers inside dark churches with sunglasses, bro.
Yeah, but we were speaking about it
was on the
before we
scissors.
started the intro. But he was on later. If we get to it, you'll see that he was so busy. He needed the Quaaludes. I mean, the amphetamines to stay awake and to finish
Basically-
everything that he was doing. And then when he was ready to go to sleep,
Adderall.
get whatever little sleep he needed, he fucking would take Quaaludes. So wearing those shades were to block his whole fucking
Dilated pupils.
Damn, that
not
makes
dilated
sense.
pupils. I'd say more of the
His
the
eyes
redness.
Yeah, his eyes was bugged
So
out.
you telling me he took basically what he took was Adderall in the morning and some fucking NyQuil at night. Their version of it. But Quaaludes is different though. Quaaludes is crazy.
Wait, what are in Quaaludes again?
Quaaludes gets you fucked up. That shit.
Another Quaalude should let me in the morning.
You never saw Wolf of Wall Street? They took the old ass expired Quaaludes. And she kicked in 6 hours later.
Oh, okay.
It tastes delicious on Wheaties.
I would try
Wait, what?
Quaalude.
What-
I ain't even gonna lie.
Some expired Quaaludes on Wheaties. Delicious.
I was say I never had Wheaties or saw Wolf of Wall Street.
You never
You
lived,
ever saw
bro.
Wall Street?
Oh, you
No,
missing out. That's just hilarious.
I don't want to see that movie.
Don't see it. It's long, but it's hilarious. It's worth 1 or 2 watches.
It's worth one watch, just like that that
But
movie
watch
Martin
it.
Scorsese just made with
Watch
Leo
it.
and all that shit. It's worth one
Watch
watch.
it when you're
That's
high.
about it.
Watch it when you're high.
Yeah, well, that would be more in line with what's going on in the movie, but it's all right. If you missed it, you're not going to be worse.
Yeah.
You're not going to be worse. Where are we at, folks? I know I'm like an hour late here. How's it going?
Oh shit, that's
It's going slow, but it's going. Right now we're still in his childhood. He right here in high school, he noticed he didn't like playing sports because he fucking he detested losing.
because he was a fucking weirdo.
Because he was a fucking loser. That's why.
But it says
I
here
can't lose. I'll kill you.
he was disturbed by the treatment of African Americans who were in attendance at the basketball game he attended in
sure.
Richmond.
What?
I'm
Graham
sorry.
said-
Wait, hold up a second. Wait a minute. Who are we talking about? Woody Allen?
No.
Okay, because that was the last memo I got, and after you said that, I'm like, we damn sure not talking about no Woody Allen getting upset about.
Nah,
something
we didn't know
happening
if
to
you were coming on for sure or not. So we
Woody
spoke
Allen
about
loves
some
black
joints tonight.
people.
black people. Okay,
Let me
Yeah,
show you.
no, that's hilarious. What are we doing here? What did I say? KitchenAid? Flavat Aid. Oh, what the hell? What the hell are you talking?
Flavor Aid.
Flavor.
Oh,
Like
my
Flavor.
tiny. I
flavor.
can't read on a tiny screen, obviously.
Flavor.
Like we're just talking about
Flavor
Flavor Aid
Aid.
in general, like the actual.
We're talking about Jim Jones because that's what he used.
Okay, so we're just going back and we're doing. I got you. Fact. All right, I'm caught up now. Please continue.
The events at the baseball game brought discrimination against African Americans to Jones' attention and influenced his strong aversion to racism. Jones's father belonged to the Indiana branch of the Ku Klux Klan, which enjoyed considerable support in Indiana during the Great Depression. Jones described how he and his father had a disagreement about race and added that they had not spoken for many, many years as a result of his father's forbidding of one of Jones's black friends from entering his home. Ultimately, Jones' involvement in organizing baseball leagues ended when he callously killed a dog in front of players from dropping it from a window.
What the hell?
Why he did that, nobody fucking knows, bro.
He took the dog out of his
Probably
misery.
the dog probably wouldn't sit.
What the dog doing?
The dog fell out of a window.
Fucking shit. Yeah, meanwhile, the dog is
You
dead.
know what? Let's put it out of his misery and we'll go to God.
His parents separated in 45, and then by December 48, he graduated. Jones and his mother lost their financial support for their relatives following their divorce. To support himself, Jones began working at an orderly in Richmond's Reed Hospital in 46. Jones was well regarded by the senior management, but staff members later recalled that Jones exhibited disturbing behavior towards some patients and co-workers. Jones began dating a nurse in training named Marceline May Baldwin while he was working at the Reed Hospital. And there we'll skip a little while.
Dangerous.
We'll skip up to the 50s, where he began his early. In 52 is when it says here he began in Minneapolis. Jones announced to his wife and her family that he would become a Methodist minister, believing the church was ready to put real socialism into practice. And that was his thing. He was a socialist. Really, he was a communist. He had fucking big urges to be like Russia.
Oh, I mean, you know, that's just comrade and happiness. You know, fight the bourgeoisie.
That's
makes a lot of
insane
sense.
that you would say that, because later on when he has his camp and he has his followers, one of the ways that he would get them to do what he wanted was to call them bourgeois.
That's right. You acting bougie.
I mean, they are the enemy.
Yeah. We're the proletariat. They're the bourgeoisie.
Jones was surprised when a Methodist district superintendent helped him get a start in the church, even though he knew Jones was a communist. In the summer of 52, he was hired as a student pastor to a children's Somerset South Side Methodist church, where he launched a project to create a playground that would be open to children of all races. Jones,
it wasn't racist.
Right, but
that was bait.
You could almost
racist playground.
You could almost attest his non-racistness to his father's racistness.
Right, it's a compensation.
It's not a compensation; it's a rebellion.
So he wasn't racist.
He's rebelling. No,
he's
Jones
racist
wasn't
in a different way.
Oh, my fault. I thought he was racist. This whole time I was thinking he was racist. But he wasn't racist because he was trying to rebel against his father. So that made him.
He was racial. You know, he had some racial opinions. He tended to prefer brighter
whiskey.
Whiskey? Have you, real quick aside, have any of you ever had Japanese whiskey?
No, man. I want to try it though.
Is it good?
It burns like all whiskey, but yeah, I fuck with it.
I've heard two things. I've heard somebody say it was really good, and I've heard somebody say it's some of the cheapest whiskey they've ever drank, but it's so expensive.
Cheap. Wait, just because it's cheap don't mean it's bad.
Yeah, because cheap Russian.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Some of them are smooth, actually.
Japanese whiskey is really expensive, So he was saying
that's why
for
I
an
tried it.
expensive whiskey, it tasted cheap.
Well, it's probably because it is cheap, the Japanese whiskey, but the import fees make it expensive.
Probably.
Well,
Because
yeah,
sake is
obviously.
pretty good, and so is uzu. Ozu, what is it called? Those are the ones, but sake is fun because it just comes in a little bottle and they give you a little glass. You're like, oh, this isn't shit. And then by the time you're at the bottom, you're like, oh, okay. Feel kind of saucy here. Anyway, let's go back to Mr. Jim Jones. I was just curious if y'all ever had that.
Worst
I've been
thing is
curious about
Jim.
it.
The worst drink is Jim, bro.
In 53, Jones visited a Pentecostal latter rain convention in Columbus, Indiana, where a woman professed that Jones was a prophet with a great ministry. Jones was surprised by the endorsement, but gladly accepted the call to preach and rose to the podium to deliver a message to the crowd. Pentecostalism was in the midst of a healing revival and latter rain movements during the 1950s. Believing that the radically integrated and rapidly growing latter rain movement offered him a greater opportunity to become a preacher, Jones successfully convinced his wife to leave the Methodist Church and join the Pentecostals. Jones began attending and preaching at the Laurel Street Tabernacle in Indianapolis, a Pentecostal Assemblies of God church. Jones held healing revivals there until 1955 and began to travel and speak at other churches in latter rain movement. He was a great speaker at the 1953 convention in Detroit. So this motherfucker, he used to, I don't know if they're going to get into this because I'm going to skip a little bit. He used to, those healing things that they said he used to do.
Healing revivals.
Well, like
Later on, he used to fake them.
Yeah, there's
Like
that came up in episodes of King of the Hill, Supernatural. They've done that line in a lot of stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, those were those shows on the CW.
Yeah, right. I wonder if it's people that got away. They're like, I can't forget.
They were scripted.
Through the latter rain movement, Jones became aware of Father Divine, an African-American spiritual leader of the International Peace Mission movement, who is often derided by Pentecostal ministries. Let me make this a little bigger. Small ass text.
That's what she said.
Damn, I was gonna say
it. On a G fault, you were thinking
on
of
a
In 56, Jones made his first visit to investigate Father Divine's peace mission in Philadelphia. Jones was careful to explain that his visit to the peace mission was so he could give an authentic, unbiased, and objective statement about his activities to his fellow Pentecostal ministers. Divine served as another important influence on the development of Jones's ministry, while publicly disavowing many of Father Divine's teachings. Jones actually began to promote Divine's teachings on a communal living and gradually implemented many of the outreach practices he witnessed at the Peace Mission, including setting up a soup kitchen and providing free groceries and clothing to people in need. Jones made a second visit to Father Divine in 58 to learn more about his practices. Jones bragged to his congregation that he would like to be the successor of Father Divine and made many comparisons between their two ministries. Jones began progressively implementing the disciplinary practices he learned from Father Divine, which increasingly took control over the lives of the members of the People's Temple. Yo, this dude, Father Divine, right? I don't remember what it was that happened to the actual woman. Something happened. And he said that his wife, because he was married to the time, to a black woman, her spirit jumped bodies into this Canadian white woman, and that was his
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Never. I'm
what
used
happened
to
now?
What a
Father
tactic.
Divine had a black wife, right? And eventually, I don't know if they have it in here, so that's why I'm bringing it up. Just briefly, he got another bitch, a white bitch, right? and said that her body, her spirit of his black wife jumped into her body, and that was her now.
So he left his black wife behind, and that was his excuse. It's a racial.
Yeah, pretty much.
No more using that
Jim
cigarette.
Jones is trying to do some Scientology level shit.
I'm gonna just go get another girl and be like, babe, you in this body now.
He just
You in this body now?
Like you're in this person's body now.
As Jones graduated,
Your spirit is in J-Lo's body. J-Lo, your name is Jasmine.
it's insane.
It's a crazy tactic. Did it work?
Probably not.
Did he stay with the Canadian bitch?
He stayed with the Canadian bitch till he died. The Canadian bitch became Mother Divine. But anyway, as Jones gradually separated from Pentecostalism and the Latter Rain movement, he sought an organization that would be open to all his beliefs. In 1960, People's Temple joined the Disciples of Christ denomination, whose headquarters was nearby in Indianapolis. Archie I. James assured Jones that the organization would tolerate his political beliefs. And Jones was finally ordained by Disciples of Christ in 1964. Jones was
ordained self-ordained Disciples of Christ. A little more honest.
So
I can see that.
So in 1964, he was about 34 years old, right?
Yeah, I'm going to show you a picture of Jim Jones receiving the Martin Luther King Jr. Humanitarian Award from Pastor Cecil Williams in 1977. This looks like a bad band fucking picture.
What picture?
Band, like old school band.
Like Mad TV? Word.
You are now watching Mad TV.
Yep, looks like Mad TV.
Hector Lavoe.
That's crazy.
Where did they take that with? What the fuck? That dude's face look crazy. Wait, hold up. Go back real quick.
Oh, shit. It takes a lot to go back, guys.
It's only up there for like 5 seconds. You gotta pop it up for a second. Okay, that's his beard that made him look like that. Because from far away in this tiny screen, his face looked fucking crazy. But now I can see it when I zoom in.
Yeah, he got a salt and pepper beard.
Yeah, I couldn't tell that from a distance. I'm like, what am I looking at? I had to zoom in on that.
It looked like
Thank
the
you,
dude
sir.
in the back looked like a Puerto Rican dude in the lower left side about to play some fucking congas for Hector Lavoe.
It's actually, you won't believe this. It's Che Guevara.
Look at this doesn't even look real though. This look like they made this look like. So did he really get the human
No, Soul Train right there.
What was the award again that he received in this photo?
Next guest, Mr.
Martin Luther King Jr. Humanitarian Award.
Where's MLK?
He already died. This was 1977.
Then why are they giving the award if he can't give it out? How is it his award? He didn't award it.
You don't
That's
see
crazy that they gave the award to Jim Jones.
Right.
Damn.
Right.
Congratulations, I guess.
He's the real milk of magnesia.
I wonder if they ever revoked it. Like took it back, like they took.
They have to, bro. You need to Google that.
Right.
They
Yeah,
definitely
hold
after
on. Yeah,
killing.
You gotta look that up.
They erased him out of there
909
like Fruit of the Loom erased the cornucopia. They're like, nah, we never
Killed
did that.
909 people.
He really did,
fuck
though.
that. We got pictures of the truth.
As a person that did so much bad, leading up to his bad, he really did do a lot of good.
Okay.
Tell
us about this.
I mean, to a degree too, because if people are listening to you and following you, he spread some kind of word that people kind of like
Yeah,
connected with.
it's
until he
the
came
same
up with
kind
the
of thing
sadistic
that
thing of
Hitler
where he put in the
did.
Kool-Aid.
Being an
No,
orator,
but he
doesn't
helped
mean do
people
good
get
things.
groceries. He helped people with their electric with their electricity. He helped with the homeless. He gave people jobs. He did a lot of shit.
That shit was
There's a lot of
amazing.
shit good that he did, but I'm not trying to
That
glorify
was
and
all
kill it.
for clout, personal clout, bro. That
The
really
only
was.
thing I'm really trying to say, honestly, is that yeah, you guys may classify it. I mean, when I say you guys, I don't mean you guys personally, but the world may classify it as a mass murder instead of a mass suicide. But I don't see it that way, bro. Like, yes, a lot of those people were murdered, and it's sad. But a lot of those people did it of their own free will.
Well, they kind of had no choice though.
Yeah.
Some of them had a choice, bro.
Well, I mean, it was either you drink this shit or you catch a bullet in the face.
How if everybody drank it? You know
I'm
what I
saying
mean?
there's people who was on the island and was like, I don't want to drink that shit. I don't trust it. I was like, all right, we'll just kill you.
Well, as we'll see, it was a U.S. senator and just a couple people that had to get shot. Everybody else died of the fucking
Yeah,
flavor
but
aid.
they put the pressure on them to make them drink it. It wasn't like they was thirsty.
Yo, look at this shit. It says in 1960, Indianapolis mayor. The purple shit? The drink? The purple drink?
Flavor aid.
I've been drinking this shit all night. Where the fuck was I?
Yeah, you know what? You keep moving side to side.
Indianapolis Mayor Charles Boswell appointed Jones director of the local Humanitarians Commission. Jones ignored Boswell's advice to keep a low profile. However, and he used the position to secure new outlets for his views on local radio and television programs. The mayor and other commissioners asked him
Would you kindly not do that?
Would you kindly reboot your computer, your brain?
There it is. I hate those ads in the middle of fucking. Anyway, the mayor of the commissioners asked him to curtail his public actions, but he refused. Jones was widely cheered at the meeting of the NCAACP and Urban League when he encouraged his audience to be militant, capping his speech with "Let my people go."
How dare he?
During his time as commissioner director, Jones helped his racially integrated churches, restaurants, and telephone companies, the Indianapolis Police Department, a theater, and an amusement park, and the Indiana University Health Methodist Hospital. All of those he helped integrate. When swastikas were painted on the homes of two black families, Jones walked through the neighborhood, confronted the local black community, and consulted white families not to move. Jones set up sting operations in order to catch restaurants which refused to serve black customers, and wrote to American Nazi Party leaders and passed their responses to media. In 1961, he suffered a collapse and was hospitalized. He accidentally placed Jones in his black ward, and he refused to be moved. He began to make the beds and empty the bedpans for black patients. Political pressures which resulted from Jones's actions caused hospital officials to desegregate the wards. In Indiana, Jones was criticized for his integrationalist views. People's Temple became a target of white supremacists. Among several incidents, a swastika was placed on the temple. A stick of dynamite was left in the temple coal pile, and a dead cat was thrown at Jones's house after a threatening phone call. Didn't they learn from the first 40 minutes? He'll take that cat.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, he didn't get mad. He was like, "Good looking, my mans." I was looking for that.
I need a sermon this week.
Right. We're gonna bury this cat the right way.
Bad kitty.
Now, I want to hear how he sounds. They don't got like a small clip of his voice. I want to hear what kind of voice he got.
Yeah, let me see if
like
I can post something.
Hey, you do a kitty on my neck. It was cat.
My YouTube is acting up for some reason.
Bad kitty.
Just smack it around a little bit.
It'll act right after that.
Smack your CRT monitor. That always works.
Call the YouTube hotline.
It's like completely fucking black. Look.
It's like Jim
What?
Jones.
Hey yo,
Like Jim
hey, why
Jones.
don't you put some colors on that screen monitor? Fuck wrong with you? We ask for all colors. We want specific
There's
colors.
the sophisticated AI is taking over your fucking.
So one thing that he did know how to do was get the people behind him.
Obviously, he
I
was
would just
clever.
ask.
He's a clever son of a bitch.
Will y'all
Let's
support
see.
me?
Ask and
shit.
you shall receive.
Pay
This
my electric bill. I mean, fuck.
He loved black people. Kinda.
No,
I
he
mean,
says.
is he a white man? That doesn't matter.
I don't know.
All right, audience. What you're about to hear is disturbing, so viewer discretion is advised. This
Okay, what is it?
specific,
Okay.
That's him.
that's not him, but they are going to play a recording in this, and this recording, I believe that they're about to play is of him in Jonestown when they started to kill the kids first.
Oh shit!
Leading them to the cyanide. Children, it will not hurt if you'll be quiet. If you'll be quiet. If you'll quit telling them they're dying. If you adults will stop some of this nonsense. Adults, I call on you to stop this nonsense. I call on you to quit exciting your children when all they're doing is going to quiet rest. I call on you to stop this now. If you have any respect at all, are we black, proud, and socialist, or what are we? Now stop this nonsense. Don't carry this.
Now stop this nonsense.
Social.
I don't know. I got a mixture of Sylvester and Mike Tyson. That's what I heard.
He's
Definitely,
a piece of shit.
definitely Sylvester.
Sylvester still.
No, the fucking cat.
Sly. Yeah.
He
Sylvester.
said, "Are we black?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
Hey,
"We
I
was in the
really
twilight."
think he was racist. Yeah, remember he was talking about how his dad was racist? I really think he was racist as fuck too, but he just found a way to kill black people and not look bad.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, but
That's crazy.
his church was mixed race.
I know.
But I don't mean
That's
to.
around the same year as the Puerto
I don't mean
Rican
to bring it
drop.
up, but I don't think there was a Puerto Rican in the People's Temple. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay, that's because nobody knew Spanish yet. Y'all niggas
It was
boring
also
as fuck.
fucking. It was also fucking San Francisco in like
That
the
was some
70s.
gobbledygook to white folk. He couldn't help y'all. He could talk to black people.
So Jones and his wife adopted several non-white children.
Yep.
Jones referred to his household as a rainbow family and
Stated grew up to be a rapper.
He stated, integration is a more personal thing with me now. It's a question of my son's future. He also portrayed the temple as a rainbow family. In 1954, the Joneses adopted their first child, Agnes, who was part Native American. In 1959, they adopted 3 Korean American children named Law, Stephanie, and Suzanne.
Nigga, that was Law?
like the famous Law? Was it
Martial Law?
Lew, L-E-W, Lew.
Okay, never mind.
He encouraged temple members to adopt orphans from war-ravaged Korea. Stephanie Jones died at age 5 in a car accident in May of 1959. In June of 1959, Jones and his wife had their only biological son, named him Stephen Gandhi. In 1961, they became the first white couple in Indiana to adopt a black child, naming him Jim Jones Jr.
Oh, see, I told you. And he became
James W. Jones Jr.
He
They
became a
adopted.
rapper. He was part of Dipset.
They adopted a white son, originally named Timothy Glenn Tupper, shortened to Tim, whose birth mother
They
was a
just took
member
his
of the
last name
temple.
away and didn't give him a new one. That's fucked up. You're not one of them, but you also not us yet. So you just
This
Tim.
guy is definitely sick, bro.
Jones also fathered a child, Jim John, with temple member Carolyn Layton.
This side bitch. This side bitch.
So
what if we drop 2 letters?
When he was trying to build his ministry, right? He was doing those healing things, but when he got it is when he started the bigger schemes. Like this motherfucker would have chicken gizzards planted on fake nurses in the audience, which were really just congregation members, and he would get people. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he would get people in the audience to say that they had cancer, right? Or he would say they had cancer, rather. And the nurse would go up to them and seemingly shove these fucking chicken guts, chicken gizzards into their mouths and pull them out and say that they were passing a mass as he was preaching. They drugged this fucking lady. Was it the lady that broke her? Yeah, they drugged this lady, right? Taped her leg up, told her she broke her leg, took her to the sermon, and told her, "Now you can walk. Your broken leg is healed." And bitch thought her fucking broken leg was healed. She didn't even know her leg wasn't really broken because they drugged her.
That's crazy.
What a sick dude.
Yeah,
I feel like some of
God,
this still
every
happens
time.
though. It's still happening around the world.
If
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
an episode and they show a tent with a lot of people in it, it's religious, it's going to be a Jim Jones-esque episode.
So this motherfucker had mad places though. His shit grew from a ministry of 100 to a ministry of 7,000, I believe, at one point.
That's unfortunate as hell.
You think
Yeah,
there's
but
still people out there that practice his beliefs?
Feeble-minded.
Nah, I mean there are socialist communists still, but I don't think they're extreme enough to. Maybe.
I mean,
do I think there are still cults out there? Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let's skip.
Personality.
Let's skip a little more. So when he had to relocate the People's Temple, it says here in 61. He warned his congregation that he had received visions of a nuclear attack that would devastate Indianapolis. His wife confided to her friends that he was becoming increasingly paranoid and fearful. Like other followers of William Branham who moved to South America during the 60s, Jones may have been influenced by Branham's 61 prophecy concerning the destruction of the United States in a nuclear war. Jones began to look for a way to escape the destruction he believed was imminent. In 62, he read an Esquire magazine article that purported South America to be the safest place to reside or to escape in an impending nuclear war. Jones decided to travel to South Africa to scout for a site to relocate the People's Temple. Jones made a stop in Georgetown, Guyana, on his way to Brazil. Jones held revival meetings in Guyana, which was a British colony. Continuing to Brazil, Jones's family rented a modest 3-bedroom home in Belo Horizon Point. Jones studied the local economy and representativeness. What? Excuse me. Local economy and receptiveness of racial minorities to his message, but found language to be a barrier. Careful not to portray himself as a communist, he spoke as an apocalyptic communal lifestyle rather than Marxism. The family moved to Rio de Janeiro in 63, where they worked with the poor in the favors. Unable to find a location he deemed suitable for the People's Temple, Jones became plagued with grief about abandoning the civil rights struggle in Indiana. During the year of his absence, regular attendance at People's Temple declined to less than 100. Jones demanded that the People's Temple send all its revenue to him in South America to support his efforts. The church went into debt to support his mission. In 1963, Archie James got word that the temple was about to collapse and threatened to resign if Jones did not soon return. He reluctantly returned to Indiana. He arrived back in 1963 to find the People's Temple bitterly divided. Financial issues and low attendance forced Jones to sell the People's Church building and relocate to a smaller building nearby. To raise money, he briefly returned to the revival circuit, traveling and holding healing campaigns with latter rain groups, possibly to distract People's Temple members from the issue facing their group. He told his Indiana congregation that the world would be engulfed by nuclear war on July 15th in 1967, leading to a new socialist Eden on Earth, and the temple must move to Northern California for safety. He made multiple trips to California to find locations to relocate, and in July of 1965, his followers began moving to their new location in Redwood Valley, California, which, by the way, was probably a fucking beautiful place to be. Where was I? Jones took a job as a history and government teacher at an adult education school in Music. Jones used the position to recruit for People's Temple, teaching his students the belief of Marxism and lecturing on religion. He planted loyal members of People's Temple in classes to help him recruit. Jones recruited 50 new members to the People's Temple in the first months. Now that's another thing. He didn't just use his fucking schemes to make money. He used his schemes to recruit people to make money. Because most of these people still had jobs. They were also giving their money to fucking Jim Jones.
Yeah.
He was 10.
Pretty much, bro. Pretty much. Because he was fucking these motherfuckers. He was fucking them all. You came late, so you didn't hear us establish that this motherfucker fucked his whole congregation. He fucked niggas' wives and he fucked niggas.
He had everybody showing up early behind those curtains.
He said, once you come into them doors right there, that's my cheeks.
Oh, you're here for his 505? I'm here for the 510.
He began using drugs shortly after moving to California, which further heightened his paranoia, which is why he wears the fucking glasses. We'll skip a little more. I feel like I need to skip a lot, but I don't want to miss anything fucking important.
Major.
Because honestly, there's a lot of shit that we are already miss. Like Jim Jones' right-hand man, he made him leave his wife for another woman, and then fucked his wife, and then eventually fucked the other woman. He made him sign his rights over to his firstborn son, to Jim Jones, and he did it willingly. But that later backfired because that was one of the things that started bringing Jonestown down. All right, let's bring it to when he escaped to Guyana. Where are we? We've got about a half hour left. In the fall of 1973, Jones and the Planning Commission devised a plan to escape from the United States in the event of a government raid, and they began to develop a longer-term plan to relocate to the People's Temple. Yeah, because by then he gained the attention of the LAPD and the FBI. Now, I don't want to say this was the reason why, but in December of 1973, he was arrested and charged with lewd conduct for allegedly masturbating in the presence of a male undercover LA police vice officer in a movie theater restroom near Los Angeles' MacArthur Park. In 1973, the charges against him were dismissed, though the details of the dismissal are not clear. The court file was sealed, and the judge ordered the records of the arrest to be destroyed. this motherfucker was jerking off in a bathroom in front of a fucking cop. My question is, did the cop let him finish before he arrested him?
No, he probably was watching.
No, he finished. Remember, he didn't let nobody talk to him until
he talked to them, right?
Yeah, you can't have a conversation with this guy unless he started the conversation.
Yeah, he got out of that ticket.
Yeah. I don't know. You gotta tell that to Tyler.
You gotta finish. You gotta watch me. Then you can talk.
Then you can tell me why I'm getting arrested.
My thing is, do you watch him for fear of touching his cock while you're fucking trying to get him in the cuffs, or do you let him finish because you're talking to him and he's fucking ignoring you?
I think the cop was watching because he was probably into it.
I think the cop was in shock, like this is not really happening.
Shit.
And he's like, yeah, you're under arrest. Stop doing that. Can you stop? And he just like, I speak first. You know what I'm saying? He's just going off.
I'll let you know when I'm done.
I'll let you know how I feel about this whole situation.
He's probably thinking to himself, I fucking knew something weird was gonna happen today.
No, because Tyler,
okay, I'm finished. What were you saying, officer?
No, while we're saying that is because in high school and in junior high school, middle school and shit, if you spoke to him first, he wouldn't engage in conversation. He would completely ignore you. He will only speak to you if he started the conversation first. He did it to everybody, his mother, teachers, students.
Everybody.
Like, so he had to start the conversation first in order for you to talk to him.
So eventually, by the summer,
was this well known? Like, how did he get? Like, what the fuck? How did people just like be like, "Hey, yeah, but he did pay my electric bill, so." Like he busts in that at the stop sign, and I get late to work sometimes on Tuesdays, but it's fine. He watches my kids on the weekend.
Wow, you don't want this man watching your kids.
And he teaches them about sex.
Well, as ignorant as these people were.
I mean, when he did that,
the Martin Luther King Jr.
He was gathering kids. He was gathering kids around to teach them about sex.
But he was a kid.
I understand that, but he was he was real educated in sex.
I'm sorry, he was doing sex ed classes as a kid. Jeez.
Yeah, like he would just gather kids from the neighborhood and just
shit.
Bro, that wasn't the only thing he was doing. He used to get the roadkill from around town and hold sermons for them.
Again, how did motherfuckers just forget he did that as a kid and just be like, yeah, no, he makes sense now. Like, what the fuck?
He's a prophet. He's a god. There's a lot of shit that he said to these people. That
this motherfucker would probably roadkill and hold a sermon, but he's a prophet. Ain't no prophets ever do some weirdo shit like that. And there's some crazy shit in the Bible.
In a newspaper interview, Jones indicated that he would rather settle his commune in a communist country like China or the Soviet Union, and was saddened about his inability to do so. Jones described
maybe he should have shot for Cuba.
Lenin and Saltine as his heroes, and saw the Soviet Union as an ideal society. And by the summer of 1974, land and supplies were purchased in Guyana. Jones was put in charge of the project and oversaw the installation of a power generation station, clearance of fields for farming, and the construction of dormitories to prepare for the first settlers. In December of 1974, the first group arrived in Guyana to start operating the commune that would become known as Jonestown. Let's go skip down.
They got nice Airbnbs there now.
So Jonestown had about 50 settlers at the start of 1977 who were expanding the commune, but it was ready to handle a large influx of settlers. Bureaucratic requirements after Jones' arrival sapped labor resources for other needs. Buildings fell into despair and weeds encroached on the fields. James warned Jones that the facilities could only support 200 people, but Jones believed that he needed to relocate. Well, it was and
there you go.
Buildings
Okay,
fell into
Taz.
the
That's the MSG. That's the MSG from the fucking.
That was. I'm still fucking hungry, bro. Don't even say MSG. But Jones believed
Magic
that
Salt
the need to relocate was urgent and determined to move immediately. In May of 77, Jones and about 600 of his followers arrived in Jonestown. About 400 more followed in the subsequent months. But remember, he said that at the time they couldn't even support 200 people. So now they got fucking 1,000 people there. Jones began moving the temple's financial assets overseas and started to sell the properties off in the United States. The People's Temple had over $10 million in assets at the time.
God damn.
Which in 2020 it was equal to $42,707,304.
That's how he fed
and 86 cents. That's what you think. Despite the negative press prior to his departure, Jones was still well respected outside of the People's Temple for setting up a racially integrated church, which helped the disadvantaged 60% of Jonestown residents that were black. For the first several months, Jonestown.
Oh.
For the first several months, the temple members worked 6 days a week from approximately 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. with an hour for lunch. The work week was shortened to 8 hours a day for 5 days a week in the middle of 78 after Jones's health started to fail and his wife started taking on more of the management of Jonestown activities. After the day's work ended, temple members would attend several hours of activities in the pavilion, including classes in socialism. Jones compared the schedule to the North American. He compared his schedule to the North American system of 8 hours of daily work, followed by 8 hours of study. This also comported with the temple's practice of gradually subjecting its followers to sophisticated mind control and behavior modification techniques borrowed from Kim II-sung's Korea and Mao Zedong's China. James would often read news and commentary, including items from Radio Moscow and Radio Havana, and was known to side with the Soviets over Chinese during the Sin-Soviet split.
Real quick, it sounded like you said Mo Zedong, and it made me think of Mo from the Three Stooges doing some type of act. It's very funny in my head.
He basically said that he structured his entire strategy, the whole way he conducted his church was the same way Russia would, Russia's methods and shit. That's basically what he's saying.
He wanted to have his whole shit in a communist country, so that way he could be like that.
That's what
But it says here, Jones's paranoia increased in Jonestown as he became fearful of the government raids to the commune. Concerned the community would not be able to resist an attack, he began holding drills to test their readiness. He called the drills White Nights. Jones would call alert, alert, alert over the community loudspeaker to call the community together in the central pavilion. Armed guards with guns and crossbows surrounded the pavilion.
Hold on, Jay. Hold on. What did he call it?
White
Nights.
White Nights.
He's racist.
Interesting, huh?
Called it, Jay.
The White Knight.
White Knight is gonna save a whole bunch of Puerto Ricans and blacks and Mexicans.
One drill
I
in
think
September.
Jay was right.
Like a laser satellite that
it wasn't no Puerto Ricans there yet.
Yeah, we came down in the 60s though. That's what I'm saying.
It was the West Coast too.
There was some there, but there weren't none in Jonestown.
Yeah, because you said that was in Cali, right?
I don't think there were any in the People's Temple either. But there were Mexicans in California at that time, but there were no Mexicans in the People's Temple.
Well,
Because
yeah, porque el gringo
that's
es
just straight black.
crazy as fuck, eh? Chingada gringos.
So one drill in September of 77 lasted for 6 days, known as the 6-day siege. This ordeal was used thereafter by Jones as a symbol of the community's indomitable spirit. The drill served to keep members of Jonestown fearful
Wait, but
of
nothing
venturing.
actually happened. They just
Nothing
did it for
actually
6
happened.
days.
They just did it for
It was
6
a
days.
6
Did they
days
know
drill.
that?
Yeah, they knew that.
This is drill.
So they're like, "Great job! You were able to withstand nothing for 6 days. You're fantastic."
Yeah, that's how you
Pretty much.
train.
That's some military shit.
Where the fuck was I?
6 days.
Drill served to keep the members of Jonestown fearful of venturing outside the commune. Following 2 visits by the United States Embassy's personnel to check on the situation at Jonestown and an IRS investigation in early 78, Jones became increasingly convinced that the attack he feared was imminent. In 178 White Night drill, Jones told his followers he was going to distribute poison for everyone to drink in an act of suicide. A batch of fruit punch was served to everyone in the pavilion, who sat by weeping and waiting for their death. After some time
I
passed,
thought it was grape.
this was the drill though. After some time passed, Jones informed his followers that it was only a drill and there was not any poison in their drink. Through the White Nights, Jones convinced his followers that the Central Intelligence Agency was actively working to destroy their community and conditioned them to accept suicide as a means of escape. On at least 2 occasions during White Nights, after a revolutionary suicide
To be
vote
fair, the CIA
was
kind of do the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. A simulated mass suicide was rehearsed. Temple defector Deborah Layton described the event in the affidavit. She stated, "Everyone, including the children, was told to line up. As we pressed through the line, we were given a small glass of red liquid to drink. We were told that the liquid contained poison and that we would die within 45 minutes. We all did as we were told. When the time came when we should have dropped dead, Reverend Jones explained that the poison was not real and that we had just been through a loyalty test. He warned us that the time was not far off when it would become necessary. It's not far off when it would become necessary for us to die by our own hands."
They willingly just said fuck it. They didn't know it was a drill at first.
Bro, they knew it was a drill, but these people, so they were loyal to a T, bro. So loyal that he got all those families to up and leave their families in the United States and move to Guyana. Bro, that's loyalty. But when they got there, yeah, and all of this shit started happening, there was nowhere for them to go. Because as they got off the planes and got into Jonestown, people were taking their identification and their passports. And he would tell them during these White Nights, "Go ahead, I dare you. I dare you to try to run through the jungle. If the dangerous animals won't get you, then the rebels or the army will get you."
You know,
So
I'm kind of surprised there's not like a modern movie kind of like.
oh, it's about to be
this,
made. I think Leonardo DiCaprio is playing him.
Well, I was gonna say a movie where like it has a little bit of a slightly better ending in the sense that you follow a Jim Jones character through like your first movie, and that's your protagonist because he looks like he's doing good, even though you kind of know he did some fucking crazy shit. And then he starts to get a little bit crazy, and the background characters there, who then in the second movie you have be the main protagonist, as the protagonist from the first movie becomes the villain, and you follow them. And then once it gets to a point where he like starts doing those drills that are a little bit more like you're gonna kill yourself, and then he says soon, like you're gonna have to do it soon, they then get a couple of people that then start to revolt around and turn it on the upside and have a conflict going on there. That would be an interesting movie that you could do from a horror angle. that works on the human psyche. I feel like that would be better than all the demon villains that are in horror movies. Psychological thrillers are more relatable.
That's more of
And
a
this is like a
psychological
crazy situation to think
movie.
that, like, if you were conscious enough in the situation and you're like, I'm showing up because I literally don't know what to fucking do, and then very slowly he starts to go, the time's gonna come where you're gonna have to kill yourselves. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We've just been doing drills against nothing and we're gonna have to kill ourselves? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
I thought you was just giving me a good drink after these drills.
Right, like we're just not getting
nice thing of
refreshments,
Kool-Aid,
some orange
right.
slices and flavoring.
Even those kids in the Holes movie got something to drink after a hard day's work.
Yeah, right. They got those fucking maple sandwiches with the tortillas. And the peanut butter sandwiches and shit. Like they got water.
The tulpa.
Tortas. Más
We did
tortas.
episode on
Tulpa.
Crazy. Yo, shout out to fucking Holes though. Great movie.
So after learning he might have lung cancer in 1978, Jones told his followers that he actually had lung cancer in an effort to gain their compassion and increase their level of support. Jones was to be abusing Valium, Quaaludes, stimulants, and barbiturates. Audio recordings of meetings held in Jonestown in 1978 attest to the commune leaders' deteriorating health. Jones complained of high blood pressure that he had since the early 50s, small strokes, weight loss of 30 to 40 pounds in the last 2 weeks of Jamestown, temporary blindness, convulsions, and in late October to early November 1978, while he was ill in his cabin, grotesque swelling of the extremities. He caught the clap. Bro, he caught the clap from somebody in Jonestown that was fucking everybody there. But at the same time, he was fucking everybody there, and his dick caught an infection and swelled the fuck up. That's what happened.
But can we get to the part where he started fucking people?
I thought you meant like his hands and toes.
Oh, he's been this whole time that he's had his practice. As soon as the People's Temple became a thing, he was fucking.
He must have mad children though too.
We skipped a lot of shit. No, really, he only has one biological son, I think.
Yeah, but for what he knows, for what he thinks. Because you said he had fucking 7,000 people at one point, and he must have fucked most of them.
Yeah, but there was
kids around there that's his.
He actually popularized.
There were a lot of abortions. Remember, I told you that. And no, he didn't believe in condoms. You were getting the Lord's load full on. You don't get this Jimmy cream pie.
This is
terrible. Sounds like somebody else of a different.
In November of 1978, Congressman Ryan led a fact-finding mission to Jonestown to investigate allegations.
What the fuck?
I mean, back then, that's what journalists used to do.
We're gonna run a fact-finding mission. Who's coming along?
Hold up, facts. Let's go.
We gotta go see what these
Johnny, you coming? You got balls. Jennifer, you think you're ready to hit the road?
Well, icy hot on your asshole so he does not fuck you.
My thing is, how is that even possible? I don't think you could do that shit nowadays. Just buy land in a foreign country and just declare it's your own and start a commune.
Yeah, you can. You
Yeah,
can if you got the
that,
money.
yo, that literally happened not too long ago with this dude named Nature Boy. You ever heard of Nature Boy and his sex cult?
Sure, Ric Flair.
No.
It's not a sex cult.
He's a different Nature Boy.
He just tells women that he's the longest line. You know what I mean? They could ride Space Mountain if they want.
He takes people to Disneyland.
Yeah, he said
he is Disneyland.
Space Mountain is the longest, the oldest ride, but he's the longest line.
But does he take motherfuckers to Disney?
Well, when does this Nature Boy shit happen? What is this?
Yeah, it's Nature. Who is Nature Boy?
Yeah, who's Nature Boy?
Who the fuck are we talking about?
Dre, who's Nature Boy?
This dude who had a sex cult. We could, you know what? We should do it. We should do an episode on him. He's a real weirdo. He's in jail now.
Good. I'm glad to
Are
hear
you
that.
talking about the Nexium cult?
No, a different one.
Was
It's
it
so
even
unfortunate
appealing, though?
that he's like,
My thing
no,
was,
a different one in
was
such a
that
way that
cult
there's many others.
was that cult even appealing? Was it something that you think modern people would say, "Hey, not a bad idea"?
I mean, sex cult don't seem too bad.
Yeah, but it's never just a sex cult.
You just a freak. That's all.
I'm just saying, like,
Where the fuck was I?
you know what I mean?
Sex cult
Like,
don't sound that bad. Okay.
if I go there and there's man ugly people, I'm be like, yeah, got me. Yeah, got me.
That sex
You're
cult.
not gonna walk
titties?
around look for your dick
Party.
twin?
Where are the titties?
Look for my dick twin. Well, excuse me,
Nope.
everybody here. Please
Nope.
pull down your pants.
Nope. Hell no. Maybe.
You
Excuse
don't
me,
even
sir.
have a dick. Hello.
Like the word of God isn't the word of his pants.
Oh shit! Hey, excuse me, sir. Look.
Squirties.
No. That looks like
What's
a
your
gooey
name,
duck.
motherfucker? I've been looking for you forever.
Looks like
So
a gooey duck.
Congressman Ryan led his fact-finding mission to Jonestown to investigate the allegations of human rights abuse. His delegation included relatives of temple members, an NBC camera crew, and reporters from several newspapers. The group arrived in Guyanese capital of Georgetown on November 15th. 2 days later, they traveled by airplane to Port Katamuma, and then were transported to Jonestown. Jones hosted a reception for the delegation that evening at the Central Pavilion in Jonestown, during which Temple members Vernon Grosney passed a note meant for Ryan to the NBC reporter Don Harris, requesting assistance for himself and another Temple member, Monica Bagby. In leaving the settlement, tensions began to rise as news spread through the community that some members were attempting to leave. Ryan's delegation left hurriedly the afternoon of November 18th after Ryan narrowly avoided being stabbed by Temple member Don Schley. Ryan and his delegation managed to take along 15 Temple members who expressed a desire to leave, and Jones made no attempt to prevent their departure at the time. Marceline Jones announced to the public address system that everything was fine and urged locals to go back to their houses after Ryan left Jonestown. During this time, aides prepared a large metal tub with grape flavor aid, poisoned with diphenhydramine, promethazine, chlorpromazine, chloroquine, chlorohydrate, diazepam, and cyanide.
All right, my thing is,
Good
who the fuck
Lord.
did he have on his team that knew that this shit will kill you?
He had a doctor.
Oh, okay, because I'm about to say, like, bro.
I mean, frankly, the cyanide was enough.
Yeah, cyanide was enough, but I'm saying, like,
most of those there were just to either put you to sleep or ease the pain to try to lure your. It's almost like what we talked about last week. He was trying to euthanize these people.
Shit was probably bubbling like a cauldron drink.
Yeah, in your fucking throat as you're trying to swallow it.
Trying to be his own kind of doctor in a way.
You was basically be a blackmailer to killing yourself, though. It's not the same as you euthanizing. Because he's like, all right, you're gonna die if you don't do this, you're gonna get killed. So he's blackmailing you into suicide, basically. And some of them actually believe this shit. You know,
you would believe it too.
There's always dumb fucks.
That day, you would believe it. I promise you. Because as members of Ryan's delegation boarded two planes at the Port Katatuma airstrip, Jonestown Red Barrage of armed guards arrived and began shooting at them. The gunmen killed Ryan and four others near Guayama Airways Twin Otter aircraft. At the same time, one of the supposed defectors, Larry Layton, drew a weapon and began firing on members of the party inside the other plane. A Cessna, which included Gosney and Bagby, ABC cameraman Bob Brown, was able to capture footage of the few seconds of the shooting at the Otter, just before he himself was killed by a gunman. The 5 killed at the airstrip were Senator Ryan, Harris Brown, San Francisco Examiner photographer Greg Robinson, and Temple member Patricia Parks. Surviving the attack were future Congresswoman Jackie Spire, Orion staff member Richard Dreyer, Deputy Chief of Mission from the U.S. Embassy in Georgetown, Bob Flick. That can't be a real word. I mean, a real name.
Flick? These are definitely some names that sounds like they would get shot for having that name.
Flick the beam.
Flick.
Nah, Bob
Bobby Flick.
Bob Flick was the CIA liaison that actually helped orchestrate all of this.
Probably. An NBC producer, Steve Sung, and NBC sound engineer, Tim Redderman, an Examiner reporter, John Revis, a Chronicle reporter, Charles Krause, a Washington Post reporter, and several defecting temple members. They escaped into the jungle to avoid being killed. Later the same day, in November 18th of 1978, Jones received word that his security guards failed to kill all of Ryan's party. Jones concluded that the escapees would soon inform the United States of the attack and would send the military to seize Jonestown. Jones called the entire community to the Central Pavilion. He informed the community that Ryan was dead, and it was only a matter of time before military commandos descended on their commune and killed them all. Jones told the temple members that the Soviet Union would not give them passage after the airstrip shooting.
My thing is, so he made these people practice a whole drill on how to take cyanide and fucking Kool-Aid instead of...
but he only gave them drinks and told them that it was poisoned. So he's not really practicing them on how to take that shit.
Yeah, but my thing is, he took time to do that. Like, he took time out his day and his life.
He was psychologically building them up.
Yeah, but my thing is, why he didn't do a different strategy, like practice evacuation? Practice.
Where are you going to evacuate to? The jungle?
Just be prepared.
You got $10 million. You can go out there and maybe make a refuge, build some motherfucking tunnels or something.
But if you got $10 million and you're trying to build a commune in a third world country, all your money and resources just trying to get that commune is probably all depleted already. Not to mention building supplies.
So buy some fucking shovels
for
use buckets of water and build tunnels out of the fucking depleted,
bro.
That's better than practicing drinking.
Bro, they're eating oatmeal for breakfast and peanut butter for lunch every day.
Yo, don't forget the building permits too.
That's a good diet, though.
It's in another country. I doubt you need building permits.
I would rather be practicing eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day or whatever the fuck and building a tunnel out in case I'm supposed to be getting attacked than being like, yeah, the only thing we'll do is we'll just be like, hey, we'll drink some fucking Kool-Aid. Peace out. Nah, nigga, like
he wanted to kill bad people and be responsible for doing it because he was sick. He was a murderer. He was a serial killer in his own way.
Bro, he told them we could check with Russia to see if they'll take us in immediately. Otherwise, we die. Asking, you think Russia's gonna want us with all this stigma? With that reasoning, Jones and several members urged the group that they should commit suicide. Revolutionary suicide is what he called it. Jones recorded the entire death ritual on audio tape. One temple member, Christine Miller, dissented toward the beginning of the tape. Cries and screams of children and adults. were also easily heard on the tape recording. There was a mother who heard Jim Jones was implementing this. She threw her kids into the bathroom, slit all their throats, and then slit her throat. Her fucking husband came home because he was one of the people that went to the jungle to kill these motherfuckers. Came back to see his whole family dead.
Why would she think that was better though? I would have took the Kool-Aid up rather than fucking slicing my kid's throat. Like what
Nah,
the
because all these people that took that cyanide concoction, they all died a slow death, bro. A slow, painful death.
I thought they would just go to sleep though.
Damn, they must have been going crazy, man. And
They
then
used,
attacking
they
each
used
other.
to say they would fall asleep and then just die.
Nah, bro. Some of them fell asleep and died, but most people cried out in pain from their stomach.
Yeah, he used the wrong drugs. Then fuck that. That's crazy, bro. Can you play the video again so Corey can get understanding of what we're talking about?
What?
I'll play it in a second. I'll play it in a second.
I don't like the video.
Rouletta Paul and her 1-year-old child were the first to consume the poison. According to escaped temple member Odell Rhodes, the child's mouth was filled with poison using a syringe without a needle, and Paul then injected more poison into her own mouth. According to Rhodes, after ingesting the poison, people were taken down a wooden hallway and led outside the pavilion. As parents watched their children perish from the poison, Rhodes described a scene of panic and confusion. He added that many of the assembled temple members walked around like they were in a trance, and that the majority quietly waited their own turn to die. Over time, as more temple members perished, the guards themselves were called in to die by the poison. It's not clear if some initially thought the exercise was just another white night rehearsal. When members wept and showed signs of dissent, Jones consoled, "Stop the heretics. This is not the way for the people who are socialists and communists to die. No way for us to die. We must die with some dignity." Jones can be heard saying, "Don't be afraid to die," adding that just stepping over into another plane. Death is just stepping over into another plane, and adding that death is a friend. Jones directed that the children be killed first. Then the other adults poisoned themselves after the children had died. At the end of the tape, Jones concludes, "We didn't commit suicide. We committed an act of revolutionary suicide, protesting the conditions of an inhumane world."
This dude was sick, bro. He wanted to see the pain on the parents' face of seeing their children die first. Bro, this
No,
is
his logic was
I know,
you
but
give
it
it
is
to the kids first, and you watch your child die. That way, you don't have second thoughts about it and not want to take this. You just went through the most excruciating death you can witness
he's
in
watching.
your life.
He's
Now
watching
you take
all
yours.
this. He's watching all this beforehand. Like this is a strategy that he came up with years before because he wanted to see. He wanted to see that face expression that these parents will have. That's what turned them on was that more than death was the face expressions of pain and agony in those parents' face. That's
But
why
I honestly
that's why
think he knew his.
that's why he killed himself after because he was like, "Oh, I already got my nut off."
Nah, honestly, I think he knew his time was coming to an end, whether it be by the United States government or by nature. He knew that he was either going to die or be taken into custody, and he couldn't bear with the thought of people not going down with him. So instead of going down by himself, he took 909 other lives out with him.
That's fucking crazy, bro. Don't they got the actual audio of him pop himself?
I don't know. They should, because everything was recording. I doubt they'll let you hear that, though.
He popped his eyes with his 4.5. That's crazy.
So But nobody's gonna ever notice this, and nobody would have ever noticed it unless I said something. But in the graphic
Who are
to
the
tonight's
wait real
episode, there
quick? Like
is a bullet hole in his head.
who are the people that were out here with the guns and the crossbows not taking the drinks?
Wait, I didn't see that in the graphic.
That was his security,
Yeah,
and
but
his security was also ordered to kill themselves
with the same way.
the same way. So after most of the village members already started killing themselves, the fucking security was ordered to come in and do the same.
That's crazy.
Man,
There were some
once I heard they
survivors
were
though.
saying that stuff, I would just
Some people
Yeah,
got
there
away.
were a bunch of survivors, which is why the whole 1,000 didn't die. Because there was a whole basketball team, including a few of his sons,
Why is there
in
a whole
the nearest
basketball
town.
team here? What
Because
the
they had
random Scooby
they had their
shit
own.
is that?
Jonestown had their own basketball team, which was led by Jones's son, and they were out on a game when he did that. So those kids lived. Some of the people that fled into the forest lived. There was a bunch of survivors.
You think he did that? He timed it too. Like he was like, I'm not gonna let my son die. So
Nah, I doubt it because he didn't really give two fucks about his son, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but maybe he had some bets on the game.
what about his wife? Did his wife die?
Yeah, his wife died
She took the grape Kool-Aid.
forcefully.
This is really fucking crazy.
Yo,
You can
it's
hear
so
her in the video crying to the kids.
it's so crazy though. Like I said earlier, like he's an evil genius because if he was to use this way of thinking and really apply himself elsewhere, like he could have been something so much better.
If he would have stood on the righteous path that he started on, with segregation and equality and all of that, he could have been a very big political figure.
That was all a front.
It was all up front.
Yeah,
but it was a good ruse. It was a good way to start getting people
That's
in
what
by
I'm
the
saying.
masses.
That's the
Also
intelligence
make his happy
behind it.
father turn in his grave.
It's
Because
crazy.
at the end of the day, that's what it's about, right?
What?
Yeah, acting like he's not racist.
Right.
What was the majority of people that died in that? Out of the 900, was it more blacks than whites?
It was pretty. I say it was pretty
even.
Pretty even.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in that video he was like, we are black people. We are black people."
right.
I was
That's
like,
the
what
first
fuck
thing
are
you said.
talking-
Are we not black?
See, the thing about cult leaders,
And he
as
was
opposed
pure white.
to
He was like, he had no.
Jimmy
he was like-
Jones, no.
Yeah, it was because you said his middle name was Guamo or some shit like that.
No, that's the rapper Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
My
no,
fault.
that was his son who survived.
Yeah,
What the fuck,
play
Keisha?
that
Could
video
you
so Corey can see
imagine-
what we talking about.
Could you imagine
what?
knowing your
That video
boy
you played earlier.
and like you said,
Audio.
like nah, don't fuck with him. And then he goes out there and you hear about this.
Children, it will not hurt if you'll be quiet. If you'll be quiet. If you quit, tell them they're dying. If you adults will stop some of this nonsense. Adults, I call on you to stop this nonsense. I call on you to quit
Jimmy.
exciting your children when
They
all they're
wanted
doing is
the
going to
cherry
black rest.
Kool-Aid, not the fucking grape.
Quiet wrist.
Now, if you have any respect at all, are we black, proud, and socialist, or what are we? Now stop this nonsense. Don't carry this.
Stop this nonsense.
Yeah, he's crazy, bro. Yeah,
Stop it.
It's sicker than a fucking bitch.
It's just
Now the thing is, like, they see most serial killers can be comparable, and I believe it's the same thing with cult leaders. But cult leaders are like serial killers themselves. They share traits with them. They share crazy traits with them. But one thing I feel like about cult leaders that make them stand out from serial killers is that they want the attention on them and they want to feel the glory of that attention. serial killers want the attention, but they want to be known in history, and they don't necessarily need to be known by getting caught right then and there. They want their legacy to live on in a horrible way.
And a lot of serial
I don't
killers.
know that many serial killers think about themselves in that regard, but I know some definitely do.
I know some
feel like
serial
you're onto
killers.
something there.
I think serial killers do like the feeling of killing somebody, but I feel like they're some of them don't want nobody to know because they want to do it in secret.
Yeah, but they'd rather sit back and reap the glory of their kills. Do you really think them seeing it in the newspaper or hearing it on a newscast is not thrilling for them? They get hard-ons off of that.
It's the bragging rights.
There's those that want to be famous secretly,
power move,
and those that want their fame to be fully embodied publicly.
Yeah, but this guy really thought he was like next level prophet, or like he was the Messiah of some sort.
Like he just helped people out in the community and thought that he was fucking God. Like what the fuck? You just being helpful. That's being helpful.
Yes,
You said, I'm gonna be a nice guy, and then you were like, all right, since I'm a nice guy, I guess I'm God now. Like that's not how that works.
Yeah, he basically like, oh, because I'm super useful because I have some sort of strategy of how to be helping people in different elements of different situations. I'm God now. I'm the prophet. Come follow me. Oh shit, I'm dying. So you know what? You motherfuckers is coming down with me for making fun of me for all these fucking years, saying I'm crazy. Well, you thought.
Yeah, but they didn't really think he was crazy, because if you think somebody's crazy, you're not going to follow them to the ends of the earth.
No, I'm saying, but
they
I'm
really
about
believed. These people really believed in this man. Like they believed everything that he said.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in his youth. People thought he was weird. That he was an outcast. People.
I told you, he told everybody in his church, all of you are gay. Everybody here is gay except me. I'm the ultimate heterosexual. I'm the only straight man here.
Even though
That's
I've had
hilarious.
sex with most of
He said, all you ladies are lesbians and all you guys are faggots. Everybody is gay except me.
And the only way the only way to get straight
is proceeded to fuck all the dudes there and their wives.
Yeah. And he basically that's what he said. Like, oh, if you want to be straight, you gotta get fucked by me. Because my dick is the straight stick. You know what I mean? You fuck me, you fuck the straight stick, you know what I mean? You're gonna be straight. You be all right.
I'm gonna tell you who Jim Jones reminds me of. Let me see right now if I can pull up YouTube. If it's still not acting up.
You gonna play some Dipset? You gonna show us some?
Dipset, Pepper City Burger.
Dipset.
He was dipping his
that
shit.
That was only a small percentage of how often you would hear that shit.
But not. It's crazy. 909 people he convinced. That's crazy. He really was having a power fucking move right there because he was feeling himself. Like I got all these people in the palm of my hand. I don't fuck them all. Now they're gonna really get fucked. Drink this
He would tour the world, bro. I mean the United States. He bought 7 decommissioned Greyhound buses just to tour and recruit people from all different places in the United States and bring them back to the People's Temple when it was in California.
And then he got the human. He got the Martin Luther King Award too. That's crazy that he even got that. Is that even a real thing? Did he really get that?
Yeah, it's a real thing. But this is the dude that he reminds me of.
Oh, D.
Oh, the guy that they made. That was a funny piece, but yeah, no, that guy is.
Bro, that dude used to come up on Channel 69 in the Bronx back in the day. What was that shit called? Club 700. And he used to pull up, and I used to always get scared of that band. I used to be like, yeah, that boy looked like the devil. He looked like a demon for real in flesh skin.
Yeah, he might.
Do you remember him in Club 700?
Nah.
Yeah, Club 700 would come on that night, bro. He would be
The
talking.
700 Club, yeah.
Yeah.
With them big ass regal golden chairs.
What? What? That can't be true. But it is.
909 people with Flavor Aid. Oh my Lord.
Proverbs 4:20. Your lungs are now filling up with chronic. Oh, I know what that means. COVID-19. Get out of my lungs. COVID-19. Get out of my body. Get out of here. You gonna rule me. And all the symptoms came on me. I started chilling.
Nah,
And is that their Sunday service?
Get out of me.
No, that's not. People remix this.
That's one of the
Every
songs
time
I sing before the
Every
sermon.
time
You're
if I
right.
ever get COVID-19 again, I'm gonna be like, COVID-19, get out of me.
Get on my lungs. You gotta like put your hands in your face
No, do
and
you
then
have
spread
any
them out in front.
Bro, one thing is for sure, bro. People join cults for the stupidest shit. And we can't even get you motherfuckers to like, share, and subscribe.
I was gonna say,
like, share, and subscribe.
Of him preaching, like 2-second video, short. Or we go watch it after this. Of the fucking Jim Jones.
Jim Jones preach.
Yeah, they don't got like a short. I don't want to watch a whole video.
See him preach.
Or you could put it on the way out.
We'll let him lead us out.
Subscribe, people.
I
Subscribe.
was just about to do it. Just about to do it.
That's how I try to cut you off. Subscribe, like, share. And if you don't like us, just leave a fucked up message.
Right.
Tell your friends.
That's how it
Leave a
goes,
voice
motherfucker.
message.
If you don't like
it,
leave
just
a
share it
fucked
to all the people that you want to hate it. So
Tell them
way
we
it
got
get
that
more
purple
exposure.
stuff.
The following
What do you
scenes
mean?
were filmed within the guarded confines of the People's Temple in Los Angeles.
This is how you edit
The
this shit?
revered Jim Jones presiding.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I don't even know if people are going to see this episode now.
Guy was a sick bastard. Sick bastard. But one thing's for sure. Join the cult of personality here on the Talking Junk Network every single week. We got doubleheader Tuesdays with the Talking Junk interviews, and we are here every Friday giving you the best topics in the world with the most grittiest banter you can think of and the craziest tangents you've ever fucking heard. So join this cult today. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast, my God. Make sure you get on there and you do your, by God, due diligence to make us the biggest podcast anyone has ever seen on this godforsaken earth.
This man blowing out his mic. He's so pat.
Make sure
Hey,
you take
also-
this in and you come and you condemn other podcasts.
Have some Kool-Aid.
Podcast in the name of the
Jim
Talking
Jones.
Network.
Avoid
Make
red 40
sure.
and like blue
Damn it.
15 and yellow 5. Like avoid dyes and shit. Like pay attention. There's a lot of food recalls going on right now.
Try
like,
the
for
purple
real.
stuff.
Like pay attention to that shit.
Bro, if you're
Look into
having a
what you
summer
eat.
in Miami and you got Kool-Aid in your brown bag, just make sure you end up balling.
Thank you for
Oh, what the
tuning
fuck?
in.
God damn.